stripes and bright stars, through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Greetings, students, families, and friends, and most importantly, fellow veterans. On behalf of our staff and students, I would like to say how much we appreciate your service and how we miss your presence at Lin-Wood schools for our annual Veterans Day celebration. It is truly a special moment and privilege to recognize and honor all of you. Know that our hearts are with you wherever you may be, and that the absence of a gathering does not distract from Lin-Wood's commitment to honoring all our community and friends, relatives, and neighbors. It is the soldier and veteran, not the preacher, who has given us freedom of religion. It is the soldier and veteran, not the reporter, who has given us freedom of the press. It is the soldier or veteran, not the poet, who has given us freedom of speech. It's the soldier or veteran, not the campus organizer, that has given us freedom of assembly. It is the soldier or veteran, not the lawyer, who has given us the right to a fair trial. It is the soldier or veteran, not the politician, who has given us the right to vote. It is the soldier or veteran who salutes the flag. It is the soldier or veteran who serves under the flag. This day honors all of you. I honor all of you. Please enjoy the rest of this presentation, knowing how much Lin-Wood Public Schools place all of our veterans in such high esteem. God bless you all.
Veterans Day 2021. Robert Blake, U.S. Army, 1968 to 1977. Submitted by Kiara Blake, grade 6, and Dominic and Isaiah Blake, grade 2. Corporal Joseph G. Bossy Jr., Army C Company, 2018 to the present. Prior service, Marines, 2007 to 2012. Inactive Reserve, 2012 to 2016. Submitted by Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Bossy Sr. Staff Sergeant Daniel H. Boyle, U.S. Army, France during World War II. Paula Hood's grandfather. Paul Boyle, New Hampshire National Guard, 1965 to 1975. U.S. Army from 1975 to 1995. Nuclear Weapons Technical Inspector, Chief Warrant Officer. Lincoln High School Class of 1963, and Mrs. Hood's father. David Bradley, U.S. Army, 4 years of ROTC at UNH. Tours in Germany and Vietnam from 1962 to 1982. Lincoln High School, class of 1958. James I. S. Bijou, Army, expert rifleman, Nike missile guidance expert. Dates of service from 1964 to 1967 with an honorable discharge. Corporal Liam Michael Clark, U.S. Army, 3rd Squadron, 73rd Cavalry, 82nd Airborne Division, July 2018 to the present. Submitted by Willa Clark, grade 7, Briar Clark, grade 6, and Mr. and Mrs. Joseph Bossy Sr. Ronald Comensana, U.S. Army, 1968 to 1971. Submitted by Anthony J. Vecchione, class of 2021. Hendricks Penny Crabtree, U.S. Navy, 1942 to 1945. James Cummings Sr., or Papa Jim, U.S. Army, Korean War from 1951 to 1953. Great-grandfather of Wesley Champy, Grade 1, and Aubrey Champy, Grade 7. John Dawson, U.S. Air Force, NASA, Korean conflict and Vietnam veteran, a POW. Awards included 2 Bronze Stars, 3 Distinguished Flying Crosses, 12 Air Force Service Medals, the Airman's Medal, the Meritorious Service Medal, and numerous other decorations totaling over 45 medals. The service is recognized on the Smithsonian Institute's National Aviation and Space Exploration Wall of Honor in Washington, D.C. Dovalok Family Veterans: Paul Dovalok, Marion Dovalok, Val Dovalok, Fred Dovalok, Bruce Dovalok, Tom Dovalok, Mike Dovalok, Lenny Dovalok. These 8 Dovaloks served this great nation with deep devotion, respect, sacrifice, dedication, focus, commitment, and fortitude. We are thankful for the opportunity and are grateful for your support. We are Americans. The bells of freedom ring. Joseph Grappo, U.S. Army, 1982-1988. Submitted by Olivia, Shanna, and Bryn Grappo. Joseph W. Evans, U.S. Marine, Corporal Sergeant, 1st Armored Infantry Company, 11th Marine Regiment, 1st Marine Division I Corps, Vietnam, June 1968 to July 1969. Submitted by Dylan Russell, Class of 2021. David Forshey, U.S. Army, 1961 to 1964. Submitted by Hazel Wilson, Grade 6, and Andrew Wilson, Grade 12. Martin B. Graham, American Expeditionary Forces, 1914 to 1918. World War I Quartermaster, Corps 1, Mrs. Hood's grandfather. Charles Harrington, U.S. Army, 4th Regimental Combat Team, 1956 to 1960. Great uncle of Dawson Woods, Grade 3. Roger Harrington, U.S. Army, 1959 to 1962. Grandfather of Dawson Woods, Grade 3. Ernest Holtzman Jr., U.S. Army, 82nd Airborne, 1968 to 1971. Submitted by Anna Harvey, Grade 11. Abby Harvey, Grade 9. Casey Anderson, Grade 7. Camden and Ian Anderson, Grade 5. Normand E. Hood, U.S. Army, Korea, 2nd Division, 33rd Infantry, 1953 to 1954. Mr. Hood's father. Mike Jennis, U.S. Army, 1978 to 1980. Submitted by Kiara Blake, Grade 6, Dominic and Isaiah Blake, Grade 2. Paul Everett Johnson Sr., active service in the Army Air Corps, 1943 to 1946. Second Lieutenant Navigator and Radar Observer Bombardment. Gloria Kimball, U.S. Army, Dental Assistant, 1962 to 1967. Lincoln High School, Class of 1961. John Kimball, U.S. Navy, 1973 to 1979. Submitted by Fred Kimball, Grade 2. Rodney E. Middleton, Sergeant, 1st Class, 13 Bravo Cannon crew member, including 2 infantry deployments to Afghanistan, 7 rotational deployments to Romania, Germany, Lithuania, and Poland. Received top gun out of 26 countries in Operation Anaconda and has traveled across the Black Sea, serving from 2008 to the present. Submitted by Angel Middleton, Class of 2021. Kevin Kleinpeter, U.S. Navy, 1st Officer, 1976 to 1988. Phil Brill, Air National Guard, 1962 to 1968. Submitted by Carver Krill, grade 6. Tony Ehrman, U.S. Air Force, 1962 to 1968. Submitted by Greta Krill, grade 5. Homer W. Lane, Sr., Army Air Force, pilot of a B-24 bomber, 1942 to 1944. Submitted by Jackson Homer Bell, grade 3, and Whitney Bell, kindergarten. Roland LeClaire, U.S. Naval Air, Army National Guard, 1955 to 1959. Great-grandfather to Ryder Bell, grade 1. Mark LeClaire, U.S. Army, 1979 to 1984. Grandfather to Ryder Bell, grade 1. Jim Manning, U.S. Army, 16th Infantry Division, 1959 to 1962. Grandfather of Cameron Manning, grade 11, and Liam Manning, grade 9. David G. McClure, also known as Grandpa, U.S. Navy, 1965 to 1971. Submitted by Ty McClure, grade 6. John McDonnell, U.S. Navy, sea service on 2 Navy destroyers, 2 combat tours, 1965 and 1968 to 1969, on Navy Swift boats in Vietnam, Navy Test and Evaluation Command in Key West, Florida, and Norfolk, Virginia, 1958 to 1972. Harold McIntosh, Army Air Corps, 1941 to 1944. Submitted by Caleb Claremont, grade 3. Philip McMorrin, U.S. Air Force, 1952 to 1956. Submitted by Olivia, Shanna, and Bryn Drapo. Raymond Malidi, U.S. Navy, Attack Squadron 64. Served in Cuban blockade, 1961 to 1966. Grandfather of Raylan Schamberger, grade 2. Quentin E. Levy, U.S. Army, missing in action, April 3rd, 1968. Great-uncle of Raylan Schamberger, grade 2. James Vincent O'Brien, Army Air Corps, Lieutenant Colonel, World War II veteran, recipient of the Purple Heart, an Army pilot in the African campaign. Uncle of Patrick Duncan, grade 7. Lawrence Wilbur O'Brien, U.S. Air Force, Major, World War II, Korean conflict, Vietnam veteran. Uncle of Patrick Duncan, grade 7. Miguel Perry, U.S. Navy, 2018 to the present. Submitted by Gabriel Kane, grade 6. George William Ryan, Jr., also known as Papa Bill, U.S. Army, 1964 to 1966. Submitted by Ty McClure, grade 6. Adam C. Rich, Hampshire Army National Guard, wheeled vehicle mechanic, deployed 2010 to 2011, 197th Field Artillery Regiment, again in 2015. Serving from 2006 to the present. Submitted by Emily Rich. Katie Salazar, U.S. Navy, second-class petty officer, a total of 8 years, 2009 to 2017. Submitted by Angel Kittleson, class of 2021. Daniel Adam Salazar, Sr., U.S. Army, Sergeant First Class for a total of 25 years, from November 1978 to September 2006. Submitted by Angel Kittleson, class of 2021. Daniel Adam Salazar, Jr., U.S. Army, 2003 to 2007, and 2009 to 2010. Submitted by Angel Kittleson, class of 2021. Paul Sheridan, U.S. Air Force, precursor to Space Command Force, 1983 to 1987. Submitted by Owen, Sophie, and Violet Sheridan, grades 3, 2, and 1. Richard Stauffer, also known as Pat, Navy Seabees, from 1970 to 1972. Submitted by Ty McClure, grade 6. Brian Toomey, U.S. Marines, 2012 to 2018. Submitted by Kiara Blake, grade 6, and Dominic and Isaiah Blake, grade 2. Ryan Lin-Wood, Army National Guard, 2001 to 2007. Submitted by Nora Weed, grade 5. Grant Willard, U.S. Army, 1998 to 2004. Submitted by Kiara Blake, grade 6, and Dominic and Isaiah Blake, grade 2. Daniel Keniston, U.S. Army, 1964 to 1967. Served in Vietnam. Edward Scott, U.S. Army, 2015 to present. Submitted by Josh Henry, grade 7. Peter DeLay, U.S. Air Force, 1986 to 2006. Submitted by Caleb Claremont, grade 3. Sergeant Hugh Wayne Blackman, Army, 1964 to 1968. Served in World War II. Submitted by Kirsten Fallman, grade 9. James Brown, also known as Jim, served his country from February 1965 to June 1968 until he was honorably discharged from the war. His parachute did not open, he broke his back, and he was awarded for his bravery and time given to his country. This is Bryson's great-grandfather. He is now 72. Raymond Morris served in the Air Force from 1964 to 1968 and went to Vietnam. Bruce Dubuque served 30 years in the Army. Submitted by Andy and Brady Morris, grades 9 and 11. John J. Halloran, Navy, during World War II, deceased in 2018 and 91. And his older brother, John S. Halloran, Marines and Army Reserve. Submitted by Daniel Halloran, grade 9. Sergeant James D. Fahey, Jr., 1954 to 1983, with Sergeant Rebecca Gibbs Fahey, 1973 to 1981, U.S. Air Force. Rebecca Gibbs Fahey, U.S. Air Force, 1949 to 1951. Derek Fahey, U.S. Navy, 1990 to 1999, NSA, 1999 to 2013. Herman H. Schlafer, U.S. Navy, Chief Petty Officer from 1944 to 1959. Submitted by Samuel Rumlick, grade 7, and Andrew Rumlick, grade 2. Paul Rand, U.S. Navy, 1971 to 1977. Submitted by Calvin Partlow, kindergarten, and Gavin Kirkpatrick, grade 6. Christopher Daigle, U.S. Army, 1966 to 1969. Submitted by Cullen Brophy, grade 2. John Kibble, U.S. Navy, 1970 to 1984. Submitted by Flynn Kimmel, grade 3. Gilman Bossy, U.S. Air Force, 1952 to 1956. Lou Bossy, U.S. Air Force, 1953 to 1957. Richard Bossy, U.S. Army, 1954 to 1957. Brian Scambio, U.S. Air Force Reserve, February 2016 to June 2020. Uncle to Lucas and Maya Scambio. Charlie Darling, U.S. Army, December 1954 to December 1957. Great Pop to Lucas and Maya Scambio. William Bill Scambio, U.S. Navy, 1975 to 1981. USS Daniel Boone, 629 Submarine Service. Papa to Lucas and Maya Scambio. William Scambio, U.S. Navy, 1948 to 1951. great-grandpa to Lucas and Maya Scambio. Ralph B. West, Jr., also known as Westy, Private U.S. Army, Haley, 1943 to 1945. Great-grandpa to Lucas and Maya Scambio. Carl W. Blewett, Lieutenant J.G., U.S. Navy, South Pacific, 1942 to 1946. Great-grandpa to Lucas and Maya Scambio. Henry Strickland, U.S. Army, 1939 to 1945. Bella Count's great-great-uncle. The following images are courtesy of Joseph Newton Smith, American Legion Post 83.
The candle is reminiscent of the light of hope, which lives in our hearts to illuminate their way home, away from their captors to the open arms of grateful nation.
Good morning. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Have a great day. In Flanders Field by John McCree. In Flanders Field the poppies blow, between the crosses row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly. Scarce hurried amid the guns below, we are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Field. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from falling hands we throw. The torch should be yours to hold it high, if you break faith with us who die. We shall not sleep through poppies grow in Flanders Field.
Army, Navy, Marines, and Air Force too, fighting hard for me and you. Protecting our freedom every day, making it possible to work and play. Your stars shine so very bright, each and every day and night. We are so proud of you, keeping us safe, the red, white, and blue.
Fall leaves fall by Emily Barnett. Fall leaves fall, the high flowers wave. Length and night and short and day. Every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. I shall smile when wreaths of snow blossom where the roses should grow. I shall sing when nights decay, ushering in the dreary day.
Veterans Day by Cheryl Dyson. On Veterans Day, we honor all who answer to a service call. Soldiers young and soldiers old fought freedom brave and bold. Some have lived while others died, and all of them deserve our pride. We're proud of all the soldiers who kept thinking of red, white, and blue. They fought for us in all our rights. They fought through many days and nights. And though we may not know each name, we thank all veterans just the same.
Veterans Day by author unknown. Those of us who have not served will never fully understand the sacrifices you made, both in times of peace and war. We will never fully understand what you were required to do or how you were able to do it. We will never fully understand the depth of your scars, but what we can offer you is this. We see you. We recognize your humanity, and we send you love that is gentle, patient, and healing. With blessing and gratitude, we ask that you remember you are loved. Thank you.
If you love your country, think of it. If you cherish freedom, think of it. For the price they
My husband Jeff had a vision many years ago. Because this was his hometown, Lin-Wood was his high school and elementary school. He came back, we came back 20 years ago. He needed services from the VA himself because he had PTSD and TBI, traumatic brain injury and things. He found it difficult in the North Country to find the services that he really needed. He had to hunt and he talked to other veterans, and it was the same problem. So as the years went on, he did find good counseling and things like that, but he met up with a friend, and this other friend had difficulties too. And when they got together, they found that was the best therapy, was getting together with another veteran.
My name's Kelly Fulbrick. I'm a retired Air Force, 30 years as a Chief Master Sergeant. I've been a 20-year second homeowner in the local area. I moved here approximately 5 years ago, made this our permanent residence. In that time, that's where I met Jeff and was introduced to him. Because of my service, he approached me to be a member of his group.
My name is Jack Daly. I'm a selectman in the town of Lincoln. I worked at Loon Mountain making snow. That's when I met Jeff 20-something years ago. I am an advisor to the VRS board. I've helped Jeff do the paperwork and create a 501c3 nonprofit to get the program rolling. We filed with the federal government and the state of New Hampshire government.
Now that we have the property, which was donated by a veteran, Alvin Lee, we've been working on it, but because of COVID, then there's all these backlash of waiting on supplies and help, but we've had endless volunteers, but also people like engineers and construction companies around here, like Calder's Construction Company. They're going to donate time and machinery and men to be able to do all the things.
New Hampshire, if I'm not, I think I'm correct, is per capita has the highest number of veterans of any state in the country. In Jeff's dealing with the VA, he had noticed that in the North Country especially, there was a lack of services for the veterans that require it. In his dealings, he had noticed that a lot of veterans just needed places to talk. When he first approached me, he was looking for just a building. He wanted a place for a kind of a no pressure. Vets could sit down with each other, talk, share a cup of coffee or whatever. And it's an opportunity that's a very unique group with veterans. A lot have experienced the same situations, and it's easier to talk amongst themselves than as opposed to others that have never experienced that.
The heart of this project is to help veterans. It's Jeff's vision to help veterans like himself that feel that they may not have gotten the services that they require. I don't know if you're aware of it, but veterans have an average suicide rate of almost 18 per diem, which is substantially more than the regular population of the United States. Jeff felt that sometimes services from the VA weren't dealing directly with the issues, and by getting veterans together, they can talk amongst themselves because they share the common issues of service.
But it is going to be a community center where it's going to be open to all veterans, and we can have meetings there. They can gather with other veterans, but also we're going to have some tiny homes there for veterans and their families, if so be, for transitional living. They may be having trouble getting back into work and just society itself, and it can be a place where they have a nice little home and then reconnect.
This brought an opportunity to bring people back into the local area so they should possibly get a short drive to receive the counseling or whatever. However, as situations worked out, we were able to secure some donations, some sizable ones, and at the same time we also were able to secure. Jeff had a friend, Alvin Lee, that Jeff spent a lot of time with. Alvin was a vet as well, and they shared a lot of conversations. As Alvin was getting further on in his life, to the point where the opportunity to free up his building, his house, came available in Jeff, and they decided that we would purchase the building from him, and we'd take that opportunity to possibly create this one building Jeff had been hoping to create. But with the land around it, we were able to expand our ideas, as possibly to have tiny homes.
Well, we all have roofs. Everybody in this room, everybody probably watching this video can go home, put their head on a pillow at night and say, this is my home, or my family's home. Many of the veterans don't have that. They go to shelters. They're living in tents. They're living by the side of the river down in Manchester. So that's the problem, one of the problems that we want to address. Are we going to eradicate it? Absolutely not. But we're going to make a dent for those that want to get assistance up here in the North Country.
Well, I mean, I just thank you, Lin-Wood, for reaching out because it is Veterans Day. Jeff never came to the Veterans Services, the program, even though he loved it. He watched it on the TV, Channel 3 and things, but it was just very difficult, very emotional. And as he talked to a lot of veterans locally, that's exactly the way a lot of veterans feel. So Lin-Wood puts on this phenomenal program, and a lot of wonderful veterans come, and it's just so wonderful to see that. But I just want to let Lin-Wood community know that there's a lot of veterans out there, just like Jeff was, that it just can't do that. And that's, we're reaching to all of them.
Jeff he had his mantra is to offer a vet a hand up, not a hand out. So basically it's just a transitional time for the people to come in. And it wasn't, but they're going to share. They were going to provide back. They're going to have ownership. This could be shoveling snow, could be mowing grass.
This was Jeff's graduation, where he graduated from, so a piece of him rests here. So that's important that you recognize the veterans with the service that they've provided. And I know on Veterans Day you have a great program here where people from the various service branches come and participate, and there's great pride in that.
Well, I just wanted to express the gratitude of VRS for Lin-Wood reaching out to us, but I know Jeff would be so proud of his high school alma mater and of what the community, this community is amazing, and that's one thing Jeff really cherished. So the camaraderie of the school, the community, the VRS board, the surrounding areas of military and the businesses around here. I know Jeff is just looking down, and he's just extremely proud. He was just an amazing man, and for me to come back to his hometown, then I knew why he was such an amazing man, because he grew up here, a mountain man, and very proud American. And I can't say enough, but I do have, I have his sons left, Keegan and Brendan, and they are so much like him. And so the traditions are moving forward in them, and I cherish that for sure. And so I thank you again.
Hi, I'm Ginny Everett. I'm the assistant principal here at Lin-Wood and also the director of elementary education. I was asked if I could provide the closure for this program, and I am happy to do so. And when I was thinking it over, I decided the best way, the most joyous way, my favorite way of ending every day is to hear from my students. So I'm going to share some of their musings with you. They're awesome, and I'm sure you'll agree. They really hit the nail on the head. Thank you, veterans, for all of your service. Happy Veterans Day.
A veteran is a person who took their lives for our risk.
Hi, Mackenzie. What do you have to tell us today?
A veteran is somebody who served in the war and helped save our world.
Excellent point. Thank you. What do you have to say today, Amber?
I think veterans are people who risk their life for our safety.
Excellent. You're right, they are. Ollie, what can you tell us about veterans?
Well, veterans are people who die for people's humanity and die from the war and help protect our land.
Excellent point. Thank you. Hi, Pelly. I understand you want to tell me about some people you know that are veterans.
Yeah.
My grandfather, my dad, and my uncle.
Wow.
I don't really know what my uncle and my grandfather did, but my dad, Ryan Whedon, he fought in the war, the Iraq War, and he was in Iraq for 1 year.
Wow. I bet you're proud.
Yeah. He told me one time that he almost got blown up by a bomb.
Pretty scary.
Yeah.
Well, thank him for his service, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, Henry, what do you think a veteran is?
I think of a veteran as someone who serves our country and who can be injured or possibly die.
Right.
In, like war or maybe not war.
You're right. Good job. I'm here with Greta Krill. Greta, what are you going to tell me about today?
What a military person, what a veteran is.
Okay.
A veteran is a person who served in the military and were fighting for us and our freedom.
Excellent. Do you know anybody that was in the military?
My grandfather.
Yeah? What did he do?
He filled up planes with fuel.
Cool. That's a pretty important job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you proud of him?
Yes.
Yeah, I would be too. So tell me, Ben, what does a veteran mean to you?
A veteran to me is someone who served for us to protect us.
Very good. What did they protect us from?
Harm or danger.
Excellent point. Thank you, Ben. Hey, Camden, what are you going to tell me about today?
I'm going to tell you what a veteran is. A veteran is someone who serves for our country, justice, liberty, and freedom, and to keep us safe.
Excellent. Thank you, Camden.
Thank you for your service.